Hey guys, it's YXBA here, and I'm back with another video. So, as you know, Nintendo has finally given us a full unveiling of the Nintendo Switch, and while there are some things about the Switch that I think are concerning and are perhaps valid criticisms, I think the price point on the system itself and the price point on certain accessories like the Pro Controller, like the Joy-Cons when sold separately, are a legitimate concern for the system, and we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. However, one thing that has been really bothering me is all of the backlash and complaints about Nintendo going to a paid online service. For me, I rejoiced when I heard this, because that means that Nintendo is going to have a profit motive in terms of putting online features into their games. We have been screaming as Nintendo fans for years, ever since the GameCube came out, for Nintendo to put forward a solid online service that rivals their competitors. And we have been screaming for Nintendo to start putting online features into more of their games. And it seems like that is finally happening. And what? People are upset because Nintendo is only going to allow you to play the specialized virtual console games that have online features for 1 month, and then you have to buy them. This is even before we know what the price of the online service is. What if the price of the online service is half as much as it costs on PlayStation and Xbox? Wouldn't that change the value proposition that Nintendo is putting forward? And when you think about it, I owned a PlayStation 4 and I sold it recently and put more money into my personal computer instead. I bought a new Polaris video card. But I can safely say that during the period of time when I had PlayStation Plus and was playing PlayStation 4, I never really benefited from a free game that they offered. Yeah, they were giving games away for free, but they were always the games that you weren't even interested in playing, or conversely, if it was a game that was actually pretty decent, it was usually a game that I had already played and didn't need anymore. They weren't giving away great games like they did last gen. Last gen they were giving away great games. Well, that was because they were trying to play catch up with Xbox, and they didn't want to take the negative criticism at that time of having a paid online service. So they gave away a lot of great games, but they're not doing that anymore. The thing is, I think that I'm going to get more value in terms of games that will come with a paid service from Nintendo than I ever got with PlayStation. Why? Because I'm actually going to be able to play games that I'm interested in. You know, I don't remember spending ever more than one night on a game that I got through PlayStation Plus. But with Nintendo, if they're going to go ahead and offer a game like Super Mario Kart with online play, with voice chat with my buddies, and during that month, all of my buddies can hop in and get the same game as me, we're going to have a lot of fun playing that game. That's a game I'd actually like to play online. There's other games too, like F-Zero for Super Nintendo. I'd love to be able to play that game online. And if I was still enjoying myself after that first month, then I would buy it. Raise your hand if there was a game that was given away on PlayStation Plus and you were actually still playing it after a month. Most of the games that they make available are smaller indie games that don't really have a lot of value when they're compared to the games that you already own, or they are fun, but they're fun for maybe 2 or 3 or 4 nights tops. I'm not an indie game hater. There's a lot of good indie games that are out there. But my basic rule of thumb is a good indie game is an indie game that I will play twice, rather than the one time that I would play it when it came to PlayStation Plus for the majority of the experiences they made available. So I'm really excited that Nintendo is finally taking online play seriously And I'm not about to complain for 1 minute about the cost of an online service when I'm looking at Nintendo possibly increasing the quality of their games and making sure that they all have online features. I mean, honestly, when they were breaking down all of the multiplayer options for ARMS, I was seriously thinking, here we go again. They're going to have every multiplayer feature in the world except for online. But that didn't end up being the case. They actually announced really good sounding online multiplayer for that title. And I would expect in the future, you won't have situations like Mario 3D World, where it's a great local multiplayer game, but Nintendo is refusing to include online co-op. No, in the future, when games like that come out, or New Super Mario Bros. Comes out, I think we'll be able to fully expect to be playing those games with our friends online or with voice chat, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be well worth the money. Anyways, give me your thoughts in the comments below. I'm glad to be back making this video and hopefully more in the future.